Every time you peel an orange and toss the skin in the trash, you are literally throwing away the most medicinal part of the fruit. In fact, by weight, that peel contains nearly 3 times as much vitamin C and 4 times as much fiber as the fruit inside. But the real reason your doctor hasn't mentioned this isn't some grand conspiracy. It's simply because most medical training focuses on prescriptions, not the potent phytochemicals hiding in your compost bin. I've spent over 15 years in holistic nutrition and wellness research, and I've seen firsthand how these scraps can outperform expensive supplements. We've been conditioned to think the good stuff is the sweet, juicy center, while the bitter outer layer is just a wrapper. That is a massive mistake. Think about it. The peel is the plant's immune system. It's designed to fight off fungi, pests, and UV damage. When you consume it correctly, those same protective compounds go to work for you. But you can't just go out and gnaw on a raw orange rind. There's a specific way to unlock these benefits without the bitter aftertaste or the wax coating issues. Now, you might be thinking, Porter, aren't those peels covered in pesticides? You're absolutely right to be concerned. Most people assume a quick rinse under the tap fixes everything, but it doesn't. If you don't prep these correctly, you're ingesting a chemical cocktail along with your nutrients. We're going to fix that right now because the first health use I'm revealing today is a total game changer for your respiratory health. If you've been struggling with that nagging, heavy feeling in your chest, or seasonal congestion, you're going to want to hear this. There's a specific compound in orange peels called lung-cleansing limonene. I know it sounds like a bold claim, but the science behind how this volatile oil breaks down mucus is undeniable. I'm about to show you exactly how to turn that trash into a powerful lung tonic. But before we do, hit that subscribe button. We're deep diving into the secrets the big food and pharma companies hope you keep ignoring, and I don't want you to miss out on the rest of this series. Let's get into the first real-world application, because once you see what this does for your breathing, you'll never look at a fruit bowl the same way again. Before we go any further, we have to address the elephant in the room, the chemical coat. Most oranges in the grocery store are treated with petroleum-based waxes and systemic pesticides that don't just sit on the surface. They're designed to stay there. If you just start zesting a standard store-bought orange into your tea, you're inviting those toxins right into your bloodstream. Here's the secret to making these peels safe: a simple alkaline bath. You want to soak your oranges in a mixture of water and baking soda for at least 15 minutes. This doesn't just clean them. It actually neutralizes the most common acidic pesticides used in industrial farming. Once they're scrubbed and dried, you've officially turned a waste product into a pharmaceutical-grade superfood. Now, let's talk about your heart. You've probably heard about cholesterol until you're blue in the face, but doctors rarely mention polymethoxylated flavones, or PMFs. These are a specific class of antioxidants found almost exclusively in the pigmented part of the orange peel. Research has shown that these PMFs can actually lower LDL, that's your bad cholesterol, more effectively than some prescription medications, and they do it without the grueling side effects like muscle pain or brain fog. But it gets even better for your metabolism. If you find yourself crashing after lunch or fighting constant sugar cravings, your blood sugar is likely on a roller coaster. The white, stringy part of the peel, the pith, is loaded with hesperidin and pectin. Most people pick this off because it's bitter, but that bitterness is exactly what signals your gallbladder and liver to wake up. When you consume a small amount of dried, powdered peel before a meal, it slows down the glucose response. It's like putting a speed limiter on your blood sugar, preventing those spikes that lead to weight gain and insulin resistance. You aren't just eating fiber. You're essentially preloading your digestion to handle carbs more efficiently. Here's where it gets really interesting for your gut health. We spend billions on probiotics, but we often forget about prebiotics, the fuel those good bacteria need to survive. Orange peels are packed with a specific type of formidable fiber that acts like high-octane fuel for your microbiome. It's far more effective than the processed fiber supplements you find in a plastic tub. Now, I know what you're asking. How do I actually get this into my body without it tasting like a mouthful of perfume? Stick with me, because the way we prepare this next use is going to change your evening routine forever. It's the ultimate secret for anyone who struggles with acid reflux or chronic bloating, and it's likely sitting in your trash can right now. If you've ever dealt with the burning discomfort of acid reflux, you've probably reached for an antacid. But here's the irony. Those chalky tablets often make the problem worse over time by suppressing the stomach acid you actually need to break down food. Enter the orange peel. Remember that limonene I mentioned earlier? It doesn't just clear your lungs. It's actually been studied for its ability to neutralize gastric acid and support healthy peristalsis. That's the wave-like movement that keeps food moving down instead of bubbling up. A small cup of orange peel tea about 30 minutes after dinner can be more effective than a shelf full of over-the-counter meds. You just take those cleaned, dried peels, simmer them in hot water, and let the oils infuse. It's a bitter tonic, sure, but that bitterness is the literal on switch for your entire digestive tract. But the benefits don't stop inside your body. Let's talk about your skin, the largest organ you have. We spend a fortune on vitamin C serums that often oxidize and lose their potency before they even hit your face. Meanwhile, the most stable, potent form of vitamin C and skin-brightening oils are locked inside the peel you're about to throw away. By grinding dried peels into a fine powder, you're creating a powerhouse exfoliant that fights age spots and supports collagen production naturally. It's not woo-woo science. It's high-concentration chemistry that the beauty industry marks up by 1,000%. Now, I've given you the why, but you need the how to make this a daily habit. The easiest way to start is the pantry powder method. Take your cleaned peels, dehydrate them in a low oven until they're brittle, and blitz them in a coffee grinder. Keep that jar on your counter. Toss a teaspoon into your morning smoothie, mix it into your coffee grounds, or sprinkle it over a salad. You won't even notice the taste, but your cells certainly will. We've covered everything from lung health and cholesterol to curing the burn in your chest. And yet, this is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to reclaiming the power of real food. We've been told for decades that health comes in a bottle with a child-proof cap, but sometimes it's actually found in the simple, humble things we've been taught to ignore. Don't let this be another video you watch and forget. Take one orange today, give it that baking soda bath, and save the peel. Your body has been waiting for these nutrients for years. If you found this helpful, do me a favor. Share this video with one person who's always complaining about their digestion or their energy levels. Let's start a trash-to-treasure revolution in our kitchens. I'm Porter, and this is Smart Senior Secrets. I'll see you in the next one.